fighting crime that is being committed in the city and against the city.
Okay. Then, in fact, you have said that you saw the advert through in the newspaper.
Yeah, it was advertised. Yes, it was advertised.
You applied,
yes,
like
applied.
Anybody?
Yes.
Went to interviews?
Yes.
Okay. But you left the city of Joburg being accused of fraud and corruption. And this unit that you set up, it was there to combat fraud and corruption. But you left the city of Johannesburg under the dark cloud, being accused of fraud and corruption. Am I correct?
You are not correct. I resigned from the city of Joburg.
There was no case against you of corruption and fraud or anything that comes nearer to you that the city of Joburg said you have done. For instance, that involves an amount of 3.5 million of unlawful benefit.
No. In the city of Joburg, it's a political space. It's all the political parties fighting each other in council. If this party is fighting that party of the former mayor Herman Mashaba, others are fighting that party, others are fighting group forensics, because there were those that were believing that group forensics had been established by the former mayor Herman Mashaba so that it can be used against them. So they would open cases, many would open cases that are not really cases that make sense, because if there is any fraud and corruption, and it was reported to the police and it has got evidence, I would have been arrested by now. It would have been, I mean, it's how many years I've been back into the police. Where's that case now? So it was neither here nor there. It's just on a daily basis you would face. There are those who will tell you that I was illegally appointed, but I was appointed, approved by a council. Matters were investigated by the public protector, cleared. There will those who tell you that I procured spying equipment, but and then even go to an extent of writing to the public protector. Public protector cleared. They wrote to the IGI. The IGI said, but it must be investigated by the SSA. The SSA comes and say, no. We saw these things. There's no spying equipment here. And even these things that were procured here cannot be even repurposed for anything. It's a report that comes from SSA. Now, what I'm saying is that this is a political environment, and if someone goes and opens a case against you, and there's a case, act on it, and it never happened.
Okay. So there was no case that was opened for that. Even the equipment, because I was going to come for that equipment that we're talking about, an irregular expenditure that was incurred by the city of Johannesburg because of the equipment, procurement of the intelligence gathering equipment.
No.
There's nothing like that during your era.
Let me respond. There is nothing like that. Honorable members, when you say you are a world-class city, and then I say the city of Joburg is the mega city in Africa, and we've got a forensic department that is not able and capable, how do we make the city to be able and capable? How do we make the city to be able to carry itself in terms of the investigations? Now, I said, you know what, I worked for the Scorpions. They had a unit called KICO, Crime Information Collection Unit. In the Hawks, they have PCMC, Priority Crime Management Center, Information Management Center. Now, I needed an instrument that when I walk into the war room, I can see what is happening in the city at once. And that being the case, what you do is that we need technology. We need to invest in technology. Even the police now, they are saying we need to invest in technology. You need a situation where the city's got, I think, 13 departments and 23 entities or vice versa, but that is the numbers. I must know that the crimes that are being committed at revenue services, at water affairs, water department, at J-Water or at Zoo or at City Power. In those respective environments, I must know the type of crimes that are being committed there, but I must also check on the modus operandi of this crime that is committed here. Is similar to this one, similar to this one, and who are the role players that are coming in. So if you don't have technology that assists you to be able to get that type of information all at once, I must know that how many cities' properties, how many buildings in the city are hijacked, so that we put the red dot in those that are hijacked, so that when I look at the wall must tell me that here is a cluster of hijacked properties. That building and that property and that property, they are hijacked. This one's the police have acted, and this one what you label them red, green, and yellow. And the yellow will have its own status. Green, it has been arranged, it's in court, and this one is foreigners mainly. And so that what you need to do is you plan your operations according to what the system tells you, that we've got so many buildings that are hijacked, and then you must be able to know that who's behind the hijacking. Is it the same group of people, or you have different numbers of people? So this is just technology. So now, what is worse that we need to understand, honorable members? In the city, I will never wake up and sign a check and go and procure something. You make an application that must go right up through the budget steering committee, and right up to the council where maybe something gets approved. But above all, the person who complains that I procured spying equipment, it is his wife who procured those spying equipment, working for the City of Joburg. So this thing of making allegations for the sake of making allegations because you want to taint a person, they don't really work. That is why nothing happens.